Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Today is Friday, January 24th. I'm Roberta.
I'm Linnie.
And we are
the SABLE Stitchers.
We are so glad to be here with you again, and we're just excited to share our stitching. Linnie's has worked on a lot of things. I've worked on a few things, and I was going to give
it's that time again.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I missed the first game, which is, I was watching the score, so that was nerve-wracking enough. And I'm going to give a little recap. I just got back from the attic.
We're waiting for this.
Just got home yesterday because we visited our son afterwards. But anyway, I was going to relive that and share that experience with all of you. So this is a video that's mostly about cross stitch and other needlework endeavors, and we're just going to start with a little update. So, you survived the cold?
I survived the cold by staying inside under the heating blanket and stitched my little heart out. So, We didn't have too much going on. Boys are back to school. They wish for another snow day. Mason's back to college, tramping around, the campus in this cold. So, he's pretty frigid. But other than that, I've had a pretty quiet, fun, stitchy time. So you can share all your goodies.
Well, yeah, I will do, in a little bit, I'll do a recap of the attic, as I mentioned. And then, so I flew out a week ago yesterday. The retreat took place Friday through Sunday. There was an optional class with Jackie Duplessis on Monday, but Sunday, my husband flew into Phoenix, and then together we flew to San Diego and visited our son. Thank you for those of you who have messaged about hoping our family in California is okay so far. My sister's in Ventura County and had a lot of smoke 2 days ago, but she
had
said
a new fire break out. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was at the grocery store today, and as I was checking out, I told the guy I just got back from San Diego, and he said his son lives near, I can't think of what it is right now. It's north of San Diego, and he had a fire. He sent a picture of Del Mar. He's near Del Mar, so it's a little south of where Mark and May live. But yeah, it's scary. I hope our thoughts are with everyone affected by that. And I know a lot of people are sending love and prayers and doing all we can to support you, and just
help as best as you can.
Hope that you get some relief this weekend with rain. So, and thank God, I mean, all those emergency personnel on duty and just doing a wonderful job. So anyway, wanted to send our thoughts because that's still something going on that I know people are struggling with. But anyway. So anyway, we got to see our grandson, Enzo, who's talking and reading. He reads books. Every page he reads the same way. He's like, da, 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 da.
He might be saying the words to himself.
You
just don't know it.
Well, he's not saying Mimi. I don't know. He sure has pop down.
Pop.
Yes, but he's an early riser. He gets up at about 5 a.m, and so my husband and I were trying to get up with him so my son and daughter-in-law could sleep. But I was thinking, I know Jessica Sweetwater Stitcher said her 3-year-old, I think, gets up at 5 in the morning,
early in the morning.
Wouldn't it be cool if all these little toddlers could Zoom together at 5 in the morning and they could each, play and talk the language only they understand and entertain each other so mom and dad could sleep? Would that be?
I think when Laura was born, my second one, it was so, well, they're only a year apart, but it was so cool because it's like the little one entertained the bigger one. So I think all first children need to come with siblings or somebody to entertain them.
Oh, he's fun though. I mean, we get to snuggle at that time, and yeah.
He's just a little man.
He's a lot of fun. So, okay, I guess we have a lot to cover, so we're going to...
Well, I did have... Are you having trouble with your computer?
Yes, we are.
Are you having trouble with your computer? Well, we're having trouble with our computer, but I worked on it for quite a while, and then come to find out the reason why it wasn't working is it was cold. And the reason it was cold is I left the windows open.
Yeah, so seriously, we came back and my husband is trying to get ours working, and we had the door to that room closed when we were gone, and he thinks it might have gotten down below 50 in the room. And we had the vents open, so I don't know. So it's struggling right now. So
it's cool.
Hoping we can get this video uploaded and edited.
Our back door to the house that goes outside, it faces the north, and I don't know if it's frozen because you have to take a hammer to it and hit it just a certain way to where it turns and I don't know. So Pippa's sitting there like, Mommy, I have to go outside. And I go, well, Mommy's trying to get the door open. Anyway.
It is still cold here. It's still pretty cold, but it's pretty. I mean, the snow, I can't believe the snow has lasted so long. But
so it's freezing and then melts. And well, we haven't had much melting, really, I guess I should say.
At least the streets are clear, so your cars stay cleaner. But anyway.
But it's sub-zero for, at nighttime.
You're here to hear about stitching. We did have a couple comments that I wanted to address. Someone had mentioned we had a lot of ads on our video. I have YouTube Premium, so I can download videos and listen to them when I'm walking, when I'm on flights and that sort of thing. So I never see ads. We are not monetized. We don't make anything from our YouTube videos, so it's not because of anything we're doing. But you Linnie, you mentioned your experience.
When I watch back our show just to make sure,
I'll tell her when it's uploaded, and then watch it.
And I can watch it. But if I watched it again, sometimes I watch it again, parts of it, just to see if I covered something that I need to recover today. I noticed that it had more commercials on it, because when I watched it, it didn't have any, but that was right when it uploaded. I don't know if over time, if so many show, I don't know, but it seemed like there was more commercials in it when I watched it yesterday. So I'm sorry, you guys. It's really nothing that we can do about it.
And I don't know if there's a way for you to, I think you can choose what ads you see. If you can choose less ads, I don't know if that's anything you can do on your side, but we just wanted you to know.
It's not us.
No, it's not us. It's not our choice. So. Yeah. And I don't think there's anything we can do about that. So, were there any other? I was trying to answer questions, or I was trying to respond when I was out of town on my phone, and every now and then it didn't go on the comment; it came as a separate comment. So,
I saw that on there. It was like,
so
who are you writing to?
If you see my floating comments, I have no idea why it was doing it. I was responding to the comment, and somehow it just posted independently. So.
I think my phone was a little slow too, because I'm typing and I'm getting all these extra letters. Or it's my thumb.
There was a delay or something
like that. Yeah, it was like I was typing, and the word that I typed 30 seconds ago was just, I don't know, maybe it was the cold. So I had one more tip for you, and I think we may have covered this, but I experienced it this week, and that's why I wanted to bring it up. When you order floss to go with the project, and you just think, I'm just going to order that floss for that project for sometime in the near future, but you don't make a note that you ordered that floss for that project. When that floss comes in, you think to yourself, what does this go to? So make a little note to yourself if you made an order to someone that this floss goes to this project. I just had to wait till, I haven't found out who it belongs to yet, but it just added to my stash. Okay.
It'll turn up.
It will.
You'll be like, that's what I need that for.
I'll mention, I just watched one new Flosstube this time, and I'd like to say hi to Shannon from Stitching Shan. She just had her first Flosstube on, and she did really a great job, and she's expecting a baby in a few months, and I really enjoyed you. So thank you, Shan, for sharing some time with us.
And as I mentioned, I download videos so I can watch. I usually watch on flights, and so I watched, is it For Pete's Sake?
For Pete's Sakes.
For Pete's Sake, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, he's really good.
Oh, I mean, his table gifts are amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Attic Sampler, and
he's an amazing stitcher.
I love all his little needle books, so that was fun. I watched Red Velvet Quilts the first night I was on the treadmill at the gym, so that was a lot of fun to catch up with her. I got to meet Karen for the formerly monogamous stitcher.
Oh,
So what is
Recovering
monogamous stitcher at the retreat, and so I've been catching up on her videos. I think there was someone else that'll pop up to me later who's new that I got to watch. But yep, it was a lot.
There
of
is
fun.
a lot of new ones out there, so just
Yes,
keep your
it's
eyes out. I try to catch all the
Yes.
number ones, number two, all the early ones, because they've had their whip parades, and so a lot of them kind of show what they stitch, and might be something that you like and enjoy, and it's just fun to see what everybody else does.
Yes. So
All right, that was kind of it. As far as the beginning, we have
show things we finished.
Yeah, I have some finished things and whips to show.
Okay.
Want to take turns or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Some of these that I've got on the table here are things I pulled out that I have finished that are just winter or Christmas. I have another box that I have. Ordinary time is when we're at church. It's ordinary time, but are other holiday after Christmas. Let's put it that way. So, but I'll start off with some of mine. This is my little owl kit. I don't have him finished. This is Bent Creek, but that was the kit that I had showed the last time, and he turned out so cute. So, got some finishing ideas. None of these are finished, but they're finished stitched.
Okay. I have my Valentine display out. I have this on. We have open shelving in our kitchen, so it's only one-sided, but just wanted to go ahead and share this. I actually picked this up at a antique store for really inexpensive. and so
It's so cute.
this is, of course, Annie B's pear. It's a little mug from Hobby Lobby, a current one. This is Blackbird Designs, and I just did it in the red, and it's smaller. It looks like it was going to be a bigger piece. We got that at a retreat.
Yep.
That design at a
Oh
retreat.
yeah, it is small.
This one,
cute.
I think, is Threadwork Primitives, I believe. I think this is a hands-on design freebie. If I'm wrong, correct me. And then this is Brenda Gervais. She used to put out leaflets where she would take the old Whitman Whitman or Russell
candy.
Stover chocolate boxes, and she would make something out of them, and then she would have little sewing accessories to go with them. And so this was from
What a sweet idea.
that one. Yes, and that
Love it.
so that's just a few of my little Valentine pieces.
I was watching Curious Crafters last night, and Anna had done one of the Prairie Schoolers. It was the perforated paper ornaments that she was doing. But she did this one, and it was a 28 count perforated paper. Can you get 28? Or maybe it was 14. But anyway.
I think you can get 28.
Okay, I think she did. But what she did was she did it again, but she did it on 56 linen.
Oh, wow.
And this, you have to watch them. This little ornament was it was a quarter of a, 28.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it was, oh my God, it just held in the palm of your hand. It was
I know,
so
and those
cute.
things stitched on 56 are just
They're
adorable.
just adorable. Okay. Oh, I forgot to look this up. This is
That looks like Silver Creek.
Oh, it is Silver Creek. Thank you. No winter lasts forever. No spring skips its turn. So I have that one ready to go.
Is this a recent finish?
These are probably done within a year or two.
Okay.
So I may have showed this.
I was going to feel like an underachiever. This is
yeah,
since
no,
our
don't,
last
it's
video.
okay. These are ones that I thought I needed to finish them all on, boards. And then I realized that, hey, I can get these framed. So a lot of them just either going to be finished. I think maybe the next couple of weeks will be, after you see, be a finish or get them to Hobby Lobby or something. But I need to work on finishes.
And my rest are whips, so if you...
Okay. I'll just kind of go through these. This was Winter Blessings, and I think it had all the seasons. If you want to know, please email me or something, and I will look up.
That's
the
not
names.
Artful Offerings, is
No,
it?
not this one, but
It's pretty.
It had all the blessings: winter blessings, fall blessings, spring blessings.
You like cardinals.
Yes. This came. I think this is a Teresa Miller. Came from one of the
Punch Needle and
Punch Needle.
Primitives.
Yep.
That might have just been. Was that just this past winter issue?
I think it was the. I think it was
before?
winters before
Okay.
last.
Very cute.
This is, I believe, a not forgotten
Hands-on design.
hands-on design. Okay.
No, it's with thy needle.
Okay. All right. I say. I
Does
don't
that
think
make sense,
so,
Brenda
but
Gervais?
Brenda Gervais.
Sorry, I don't know what I was thinking. I know who that because I stitched that too, so I know that one.
This I got off at Etsy. Oh gosh, Christy Hines. She was. This is the one that she wanted to get, and I had it on Etsy, and she
Not blue-
knows.
that's
that
not
it was tall.
blue
It was tall
flower.
giraffe, but I can't remember who the designer is.
That's not Boo Flower, is it?
No,
Because I know she has some animals.
but I do
some
know it's called
Christmas animals.
tall giraffe.
Okay.
And I got it on Etsy, just a PDF. My mom was a collector of giraffes, so I always, when I see a giraffe, I think of my mom. These were my past years, all my prairie schoolers. I know some you've seen. I was going to make a quilt, and I don't think I got all 12 of them done. I think I got 6 of them done, or 7. This one, and that one. Well, maybe I got 9 done. That one. Oh, I think I did this one twice.
I think that was from 1985. That was like
Yes, and
one of their first ones.
I don't know the dates, which I should have put them down there at the bottom. But I was thinking when I finished them, I put them on the back. This was, I think, a Chessie and Me.
I think that's right. That looks familiar.
Oh, I already put that down. This was one more prairie schooler that
And that came from a booklet.
Chris Kringle.
Okay, yeah. They have several Santas in that one.
They all had colored coats.
Because you enabled me. I had to order that book after I saw that.
And Leggy Winter. This is the winter. And
That's Heart to Hands. Is that the long?
I'm sorry. I don't know. But I'll find out if you want to know.
That, and who is that?
This has been, I don't know who that one was.
It's not Forgotten Farm, is it? Is it Teresa?
Sorry, I'll look it up.
I know we've
I
mentioned that one
mentioned it
before,
before.
and I can't
think this is
remember.
Bent Creek or Lizzie Kate. And this is Primrose Cottage. Primrose, yeah. And they had the Hello Autumn, Hello Summer, Hello Fall, Hello Santa. This was also, I think, a Bent Creek. I think.
They're called like an alphabet string or something.
Yes, except this one says, "Don't count the days, make the days count." So I really like the saying on this one. This is Artful Offerings, the Winter Cardinal.
Got a lot of framing into
I know, and then this is my favorite one.
Yes,
and I'm
that's
so glad I
wonderful.
didn't try to finish this so I could get it framed. And this one was done in 2022, as you can see. Blackbird, Merry Christmas.
So pretty.
So those were. I just wanted to share. It's like I do get a lot of stuff done. I just don't have them done.
And I remembered one of the other questions was we had showed the viewers finish of the 9 reindeer at the beginning of our last video, and there was a lot of questions. That was from a Leisure Arts book. Do you remember?
Christmas ABC, 19. 88 or 89, I think.
So that would be something you'd have to find on the secondary market.
Yes, but I did buy it from well, no, I actually bought mine in the thrift store, but I did see it on eBay.
Okay.
And somebody just ordered it last night or ordered it yesterday, so it's still available.
Okay, and I another video that was new to me was the Happiest Stitchers.
Yes, and Christy and Susie. So, congratulations, girls! You did another great job. I think they had number 2 out.
Okay, I need to catch up on that.
Yeah, when Susie come to visit, and they filmed a few videos together.
Okay.
While they were there.
Oh, that was good thinking.
So, anyway.
All right, very good.
All right.
And then whips.
I had one more finish. Well, a couple. I finished my hands-on design. Hello there. I've got February done. I finished it late last night, and then starting March. So staying up with those.
Oh, the buttons look so cute.
Aren't they
on there.
just? Yeah, those little buttons. Oh,
very cute.
Love it. And I finished my January stitching, but it's in my pile someplace. And that was from Asbury Echoes. So when I come across it, I'll show it. Okay.
One other thing, just a heads up, if you're interested in attending Country Samplers Stitch Camp, it's going to be held June 5th through 7th. They said something on the website about the classes will take all day. I don't know how that compares to, I've never been, I don't know how that compares to prior years. The designers will be Vicki Jeanette from Needlework Press, Stacy Nash, and Kathleen Littleton from Cross Stitch Antiques. Registration opens January 29th at 9 a.m. Central Time. And
where are they located?
This one is in Spring Green, Wisconsin.
Okay.
And to register, you go to shopcountrysampler.com. So.
Okay.
Okay. So these are my whips. This was something that I'm participating in WhipGo for the first time. I am so excited to see.
I got excited too, and I did.
Oh, you did?
I did,
Okay.
because I thought I am going to try that. So.
Yeah. So I'm excited. Tomorrow they will be calling the numbers for February, so I'm excited to see what I'll be working on in February. But one of the numbers was for this is Boxwood Street Smalls that I got at Boxwood Street in 2023, I believe. So I have all the smalls finished, and then there's also a sampler that goes with this called the Lone Eagle Sampler. And I am just going to stitch this one motif that says Bon Appetit. I'm almost done with that. I just need a few more minutes on that, and I will be done with that. And this is on Seraphim Old Stationery, 40 count Old Stationery, and I'm not sure what red I'm using. It's a DMC, and I don't have the label on it. So it was just something I had in the bag, and somehow my tag got separated from that. So, all right.
Here's my January stitch. I started the first of the year. This is from Asbury Echoes. It was just a really nice, quick little stitch, but blessed this year with joy and peace. So that's a good old blessing. On my WhipGo, my numbers pulled up was North Pole. So a lot of my WhipGos I chose were Christmas.
Okay.
Because I have a lot of big Christmas ones that I want to finish before this Christmas. And then I threw in, a wool applique and Halloween and fall. But so I worked on his coat, and again, it's just filling stitches, and then I worked a little bit down the border.
And what's your goal when those numbers are called?
I set myself for 3 days.
Okay, that's what I have, like 3 days or
3
9
days,
hours.
and most of it is just an evening time, unless I get up in the morning. But usually, I'll start something else in the morning, and then my goal, and then I'm so flighty that I'm ready for something else.
Yeah.
That was one thing I worried a little bit about Whip Go is, and again, it's only January, but I'm really excited. And then my other one was Yuletide Welcome, which I didn't. I just kind of worked on the border a little bit because I just got, when you see the other stuff that I worked on, I just got so involved in stitching and started 2 new projects. So again, just worked down the side, and I guess I just worked down the side. So that's all I got worked on that. But wait till you see some of my new stuff. Because I can't just work on what I have.
I'm doing a couple of assignment stitches with friends, and one of mine is Feast of Friendship that has been broken up into, I don't know if it's 12. I have the plan in here. Let's see, it is.
I probably should follow your plan.
I think I sent that to you. If we
probably
follow
did.
this, we should be done in August. So I'm actually, I'm also doing Fall Fridays where I will stitch on a fall piece. So this is due. I'm going to stitch on this today and try to catch up. And I need to do the little leaves all the way across. I have one more of these little motifs, and they're very pale. It's hard to see them. One more of those little motifs to do, and I'm actually ahead because I did this side too, which wasn't
Good.
called for yet. So I am enjoying doing that, and this is on 40 Count Dirt Track by Fox and Rabbit, and then all the called for floss.
Well, like I said, the last time I worked on this, I had torn out the urn, but then I worked along the bottom, did the Feast of Friendship along the bottom. But as you will see on my top, I thought I carried it over, but I think I missed about 3 flowers because I started to come down and it's nowhere near.
Oh,
So, but fortunately, I just have to
Yeah,
go
that's not too
because I
bad.
haven't carried the flowers all the way over. So I'm sure once I do that, I'll see where my mistake
oh goodness!
is.
I hope I.
So, anyway, yeah, she's kind of been a booger for me.
Yeah, you had the slub, and
Oh.
so it's not too late. We started this in November, I think, and as you can see, we haven't done a whole lot yet. If you wanted the stitching plan or to catch up, Merritt Crawford is the one who organized. I heard that too, and I don't know.
I think
where
it's
it
just a
went.
clip.
Merritt Crawford is the one who organized the stitching plan, so you might check with her on that. I am doing Santa Sundays where I am stitching something winter related, and actually I took this with me to the attic and worked on this there, and that is Peace on Earth by Samplers Not Forgotten. This was a kit from Country Sampler. I'm doing this on 36 count Sarah from Winter Woolens.
Coming along.
And I finished the bricks.
Look at that.
Yay! Finished.
Wow.
I looked over so closely or so carefully, and I just don't see anywhere where I missed bricks. So I finished the bricks. I finished the words and the total box on the bottom. So I'm hoping to get
Yay.
this finished in the next couple of months. My plan for February is to
More trees.
No, there's no more trees. There are these urns.
Oh, that's right.
So my goal for February is to do both of the urns.
They'll be on your wall this Christmas.
Or somewhere, maybe, hopefully. So yeah, I'm excited.
Beautiful.
I'm enjoying that one.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Especially now that, kind of the end is in sight.
Did want to show my book of days real fast. I did get a lot of stitching done, but I wanted to share something I got from Lori, Textilist. This is her Christmas, Stitch Christmas Every Day. And she sent this little card, and not real sure I'm filling it out right.
Cute.
But I put my projects on the front that I plan to work
Oh,
on.
that's a really cute. That's like, that reminds me of the golf, like a golf.
Yeah, miniature golf.
Yeah.
And then you tick off, I think, and I have it in my book of days, so I know what I worked on. But you tick off. First, I thought you were supposed to write in your project, but that's awfully little, so you can see where I erased it. So I think it's just a tick, but I don't know how they know which, unless you number. Suppose you number? So I don't know, Lori. I think I was asleep when you gave out some of the instructions.
Oh,
but,
that's so cute.
But anyway, I want, so I just pick up Christmas every day. And like I said, I'm still into it, and I still love it. When it starts getting 100 degrees outside, it might be different, but I think I will. I think I will stick with it. Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. And because it was so cold, I did decide to pull something out springy. I picked up The Rabbit and the Rose by Brenda Gervais. And I have two fabrics in here, so I don't know what I'm on. This says it's parchment, but I don't think it's parchment. And then the other one says it's oh, it says it on there.
No, I was like,
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know, but it came out with two different colors.
it looks like it has like a green undercast.
Yes, and I'm trying to. Moss. Oh well, this is what I have done, and I just picked it up for a day or two,
cute.
just because it was so cold. No, oh, bunny rabbit! It's a little chocolate bunny rabbit. Then he's got grass, and so just really cute. Just another little pillow for my Dobo. But yes, I just had to bring it something springy. Oh, just had that.
And this is my blessing sampler, which I think now I'm going to call New Year Moose Start. It is a big one, and I knew it would be a challenge, but I'm really glad with my progress. This was what we received from Needlework Press last year as part of Sampler Symposium. These are samplers, sister samplers, and Lavinia and Sophia. And there was a story that went along with these about the two sisters, and Sophia had kind of a rough life and ended up in jail, and then eventually was released. And talking to Vicki a little bit about that this year, she said Sophia was very resilient, but she certainly didn't have the smoothest path in life. So anyway, I am doing Lavinia because Lavinia looks like she was more of a rule follower because hers is very, symmetrical and, and doesn't have any words, like everything fits within the lines. So that's what I'm doing. I finished the wording up here. I did the motifs across the top. At least this is half of the top since I saw you. And so there's some more. My goal for the rest of this month is to finish these little lines across the middle here, and then Lavinia Pier, and maybe even get down. I like those big birds. I'd love to do those big birds, and then that would just leave me those motifs along the bottom, and I think maybe I could do like a couple of months to finish this out. I am doing this on 40 count. It's Kitten Stitchers linen. It's sack lunch, which I love. I love it with these colors. I love the muted colors, and these are in the overdyed flosses with
blues and greens.
A couple of adaptations from Pam at Country Sampler. So, my plan is to continue working on that sporadically for the rest of this month.
Well, this is my new start, and I actually am going to call it my birthday start. I've still got another month to go, but I couldn't wait. So this is Blackbird Designs, The Winter Has Passed. And again, I just love the blues and the greens in this. And it's done on 36 count oaken. Mostly weeks.
That's so pretty.
All weeks. But these blue, well, it's a mess.
Are you getting into trouble? Someone has missed us.
Oh, I see somebody over here. Oh, do you want to sleep on my?
I think she's
Ooh,
just
what
looking
is
for
that?
trouble.
You smell Pippa? So, anyway, that's kind of my birthday start. I haven't got a whole lot to it because she's a bed sheet, which I don't know.
Those colors look great on that.
Does it look oaken to you though? I mean, it is, but I don't remember it being so pink.
Well, everyone looks every time it's a little different.
That's true. But look at the size.
I would not have guessed that was oaken. Yeah.
So that's what I've got done so far. So not much. But I am loving those blue tulips. Well, hello. What do you think? Huh?
It's
It's nothing to eat.
no, she was down here eating her cat food earlier.
So yeah, 36 count. Okay. Picture this plus. Look at me keeping track of mine.
Awesome. Okay, and then this is, I blame this on Sean, the periwinkle stitcher. She keeps showing all the beautiful pictures.
Oh, Sean, you're so naughty.
The stitchery.
And she says, I'm naughty.
And so I looked through their catalog, and they have really useful information on their catalog about, and this one was rated for an enthusiastic beginner. So I haven't done embroidery for a while, so this is what I thought I would try. You can tell she missed
You're getting
She's
braver,
just really,
aren't you?
Really wants to hang out with us. This is usually her nap time. Oh, she's going to nap on the table on a project bag. Thank you, Linnie, for giving her a new little bed.
Oh, look at that. She likes that.
Okay, so this is how far I got, and so far I've only done 2 different stitches. This is a split stitch for the trunk, and then a stem stitch for and then a stem stitch for the branches. And I am loving this.
Beautiful.
You know, I started out doing embroidery. You know, we got
Beautiful.
the transfers where you would do pillowcases. I did a tablecloth for my sister when she got married, and I loved it. So, and the linen is just really wonderful to work with. So I'm very excited about that. Here's the colors on the floss card.
Gosh, look at all those pretties.
I know, it even has a little bit of gold thread for the star. So I'm excited to get the little branches done, and then there's just a little bit of satin stitch.
Oh, and the little bunnies.
And little bunnies, and then she has the sweetest little story that goes along with how the rabbits pick out, or how the animals pick out their Christmas trees. So I'm going to get back to that.
I'm working on my embroidery. I have set it down, my journal, and I'm loving it also. However, I made a mistake. One got in the laundry, and which turned out just fine, except all the design's gone now. So I've got to somehow figure out how to retrace it. But it's so relaxing, and there's really no wrong way.
And it goes a lot faster than cross stitch,
Yeah.
I think. So,
And yeah, I really enjoy it. Okay, this was my Christmas start. One of them. Again, boy, another bed sheet. Baby, it's cold outside.
oh yeah,
My heartstrings. Look out at the storm. Listen to the fireplace roar. Boy, that was the truth. She's so pretty. And again, I haven't got too much done on her. But she's on my whip go, so I'm so excited. I'm really going to, instead of just saying, I'm going to work on that, it's like, now you have to work on that. Okay.
awesome. I'm just up to my the attic recap.
Okay,
so.
I think I've got. Oh yeah, another new start. Oh, no, stop it.
No, it's okay.
Okay, another new start.
I thought you were going to get up, so.
This was my other Christmas start,
Oh, yeah.
and this is on 36 count bramble.
Such a pretty piece.
And I'll show it. I heard the bells ring on Christmas Day, and I put a call out to y'all. I wasn't too sure about these bells.
Oh, yeah, there was a lot of good
Well,
hints.
I found, and Barbara shared, she used C318, the étoile of 318, which is the color that it called for, but it has this little teeny tiny speckle of silver. I'm not sure that's going to show up, but it makes all the difference in the world, I think.
So you were doing some. Oh, yeah.
See that?
I can see it, yeah.
Just a little tiny.
So that was different than what you were
It's the
using?
same. Yeah, it's the same color.
Except it's just a
318.
toile.
It's a toile.
12, okay.
And just has a little silver.
Yes.
Little
Oh,
silver
that's
bear.
so cute.
So here's the pattern.
That's adorable.
From Heartstrings. I heard the bells on Christmas Day. So that's also on my whip go. And my Christmas stitch every day. I love the border.
That's really pretty.
It's going to be so pretty. And I love the color that it's on, that green. Okay, and then my last one is wool. I belong to Primitive Gatherings, and I signed up for a pattern of the month, a block of the month. So I think this is going to be the barn that it's on. I haven't stained it or anything. And this is, okay, on the pattern, it shows, like a little barn design, and then you decoupage that on your block.
Oh, okay,
So each
cute.
month we'll have a design.
So you're talking about up here. Okay.
So it will actually.
So that changes every month?
Every month I have 12 blocks, and so every month it changes.
Cute.
So here is my. Okay. Here is. That's January.
Oh, that wool is gorgeous.
This is February.
Oh.
Okay, and then here's the wool. I got some of it sewn on. So here's January. And then it has some cotton fabric for the back, and then you just whip stitch around, and then it locks on the barn. And then there's my February.
That's adorable. So the kit includes the pattern, the wool, and the floss?
You had to buy your backing board.
Okay.
But each kit includes the pattern, the floss,
And
not the floss, sorry, not the floss, all the wool.
Okay.
And then
the little decoupage thing.
And then and then you've got 12 blocks.
Okay.
And so I think.
Clever. So did the barn come from Primitive Gatherings
Yes.
too?
The whole kit.
Okay.
So it was separate. But it just is it's really nice. A nice solid piece of wood. I think I'm going to stain it. At first I thought red, and I thought, no,
Well,
that's
that
too
might
much.
not go with everything.
Right.
But
But I think I'll just put some bry wax on it, or brie wax, and just give it a little bit of stain, a little bit of smoothness. But I think it's going to be so cute. It'll hang up. So I haven't gotten March yet. I did get December, but I left that on the back burner, and I'll finish that later in the year. Look at the little embroidery on those flowers for the hearts. It's so cute.
love rose here.
Anyway, so that's our whips, guys.
Very pretty. Yes.
So I cannot wait till see the rest of the year.
Very cute. Okay. You
So
said you had
that
one more?
Oh, I just want to show a quick haul. I still haven't. I did buy a project bag. So these are beautiful. I think that's the same place yours came from. I think these were Allison Gray. She has these sweet little angels, and she added the floss zipper pull. She's so precious. And then I got this from Fat Quarter Shop. I just thought it came with a pattern inside. So I'll do that, but it's just a little box.
That's a nice box.
Isn't it a nice box?
It's really put together well.
So, and
I
then
like the color.
this is open,
Kind of the dark walnut.
but
So what do you put? Are you?
well, they
There's
had
a design you can put in
It
there.
came with a
Okay.
it came with a pattern on the top of it, which is cute. But I have so many other patterns. I think I'm going to put on top of it, and then I'll just set it on top, and then it'll be just a little box I can keep on my sewing table. So I just think it's so pretty.
It's pretty.
So I got that from the Fat Quarter Shop.
Very pretty.
Okay, that's all my goodies.
I will show you my calendar, and actually what I'm using to keep track is it has like a overview,
So pretty.
but for my overview I'm just kind of, I don't know about you, but since I'm retired I don't have a regular schedule, and so remembering when I
Schedule?
have doctor's appointments or guild meetings, that sort of thing, it's just helpful for me to have it at a glance on the calendar. But where I'm keeping track of my stitching, it also has weekly pages. There goes my whip go. has weekly pages, and so I followed Tara Sullivan's lead, and I got the stickers from Sadie Stickers. And you can, there, she just has all different kinds of kits you can buy, and I just buy the ones that have, like, just to kind of jazz it up just a little, and they all go together. They're very, very pretty. So some of them have the dates, and they're very fussy to put all the numbers on here, but they just add a little something.
The color coordination is so pretty. The colors are just,
And then I get to use my colored pens each month, and so I also went ahead and stickered up February. So, and then I made my little plans for what to stitch every day, because that's subject to change, but that's what I was thinking might be a good way to make sure I get all my whip coat pieces in and stuff.
I think late at night, after I goes to bed, that's my favorite time to stitch. I mean, I can stitch all day long, but it's just, I turn my floss tube on, I have the fireplace going.
Yeah.
And
sounds
it's just,
cozy.
And my jammies, my puppy snoring so loudly next to me. But I just love to stitch. And I'm sitting there, I walk over in my cross stitch room and I go, what do you want to stitch on today? And I did pull out a Halloween last night. Yeah. So I just worked on Tricks or Treats for a little bit. She's so close to being done. It's like, if I work on her now, I know she'll be done by Halloween.
Yeah, you got a lot done on that one.
Yeah,
that's
all
the
I have
black
left,
and white one.
Yep.
Yeah, or that has multiple colors.
All I have left. Oh no, this is she has a green skirt and a white apron and big pumpkin head.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
okay. Yeah.
All I have left to do is put the bottom of her skirt and the rest of her apron, and I'm done. Oh, one leg. I got one leg done, so she'll be done. But I want to have it done before retreat.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't know. I just love that time. And then the next thing I know, you guys, it's 4 a.m. It's like, go to bed, Linnie. So all you night owls out there that I know you're joining me, Barbara. All right. Gosh, could we be done? No, you have Attic.
Yeah.
Okay. And now, presenting
the Attic recap.
The Attic
Sampler
recap.
Symposium recap. So.
2025. Roberta! Yay!
It's such a wonderful event. When I saw the lineup of speakers, it was like so many people. It was like, oh my goodness, this is, who knows when you're ever going to have another opportunity to hear this many wonderful speakers. And so we signed up, and then we waited, and behind the scenes we didn't know. But so many people wanted to join. They didn't want to turn people away, so they were working with the hotel to see if they could increase capacity in the room and this, in the conference room and this and that, and how many people they could accommodate. And so that's why it took so long to hear back that you were accepted. But the end of that discussion and that, behind the scenes goings on meant that 240 participants were there and 7 presenters.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was fabulous. So I got in Thursday evening, and I was staying at the Comfort 2 Suites in Chandler, and it wasn't because I made a mistake this time. It's because by the time I went to register for my room, they were full already because they had so many participants. They were full at the Hilton Garden Inn, where the event takes place. So they had additional rooms, several places, but one of them, they had a block of rooms at the Comfort 2 Suites, and then they had a shuttle running between the two locations. I was going to ask you,
did you have to rent a car, or did they
I was thinking about renting a car, but really it would have sat for most of the time. So I took an Uber from the airport to the suites, and it was no one, I didn't see anyone. I was, so I just, got organized and did some stitching and went to bed. And then the next day, Ubered over to the Hilton Suites, or the Hilton Garden Inn, where the event was taking place, and it was running into people you knew. And so exciting. That was so fun. And they said, if you haven't been to the Attic yet, you better get over there now. So I went over to the Attic, and it was a buzz of activity, but not.
Did you have to take an Uber there?
No, they have a shuttle bus that runs between the Garden Inn and the Attic, And so I took the shuttle bus there, and there was already people there. That was about 10:30 in the morning, I think. I don't think I got back until 2 or something. It was, because it wasn't packed. So
credit card smoking?
they had so many people. I had pre-ordered, so I was really pretty good. But still, you don't want to miss anything. But they had so many people that they had warned us that there might be, they could only accommodate so much. So you might have to wait outside, to, do the fire marshal, regulations and such. But they had a really nice area. They had areas set up outside with like a heater and little snacks and water and everything. And so it was just very thoughtfully arranged. So anyway, got my shopping out of the way. I will show that in a little bit. It was so good. I only made one trip this time, so I didn't get into a whole lot of trouble. Enough, you get into enough just with one trip. But anyway, so then the event started Friday evening. The doors opened about 4 p.m. and it was set up in long rows, kind of classroom style.
I saw the pictures.
And a bunch of us decided to sit in the back row, which was good because you could get up if you had to go to the bathroom, but it's like, I don't want to go to the bathroom. I don't want to miss anything that's said. And, but we could get up and get a drink or, that sort of thing. So it was really convenient, and we could see just fine. So it was all very good. So Friday evening, the first two presenters were Vicki and Megan Jeanette from Needlework Press. And Vicki talked about Mrs. Bentham's School of Needlework, which was a school that was in Winchester, England. And just so so due to a lot of study and identifying either things, sometimes it says on the sampler, this was from Mrs. Bentham's school, or, they can tie together by similarities of motifs or arrangement of samplers. Anyway, there are 7 known samplers from this school, and Nicola owns one of them. And our chart was Anna Marie Barfoot, and let me get that up. 1804.
Oh my.
And this is the chart we received. And it may look familiar because if you notice on the bottom here, it says the Scarlet Letter. And the Scarlet Letter published this chart in 1996, but Vicki wanted to reproduce it, and so she contacted, I can't remember the name of the lady who owns the Scarlet Letter, and was told the chart had been retired, so it was fine for Vicki to reproduce it. And that's like one of those cloths.
It almost looks like a towel.
Yeah, or like you could do a project bag with this.
Oh, it is a towel.
Yeah.
Oh, neat.
You could make this on a project bag or put it on a portfolio or something like that. But, Vicki is always drawn to the farm scenes, and the original chart was back in the 90s. They were hand-drawn, and usually they'd be really big. You'd have to unfold it, and it would be as big as a blueprint. So she recharted it for us, and anyway, so that was our first presentation. The second presentation was by Michelle from Mama Loves You GB, and she talked about Welsh samplers. And one of the things she mentioned is Welsh samplers are hard to research because the majority of surnames in Wales were there was only I'm trying to remember if I wrote that down. I think that's on my other notes. There wasn't a large variety of surnames in Wales, and so there could be, a whole bunch of like Mary Jones kind of things. So, and then the girls would write the year, but maybe not the town or other things that might help in identification. So the majority of Welsh samplers that people come across nowadays, it's really hard to know exactly who the stitcher was on that. Received patterns for Welsh strawberries and 2 samplers that she had a QR code you could scan and print and download the samplers. I was not able to get the QR code to work, unfortunately, on my phone, so I don't have those, but we got this is one of the antique samplers, and
I'm so into strawberries.
we got a little strawberry with motifs on it based on that. And then, here's the two samplers. Mary Ann Bainon. So, and then she has some really nice notes on the back about both samplers. And then she also gave us another strawberry, and I can't show it to you because it's just the pattern, but it's the Welsh alphabet. Anyway, we have our friends from Wales. I thought that would be a wonderful thing to stitch and send to them because they were both taking Welsh lessons. So that was Friday night. Okay. And then Saturday morning, Katie Strachan spoke. We had dinner.
I watched her
video.
Flosstube.
We had like a break for dinner. Then we had the speakers, and then we all went back to our hotels or whatever. And then by that time they had a shuttle running, so I was able to go back and connect with a couple other ladies who were staying at the hotel. So that was fun. Saturday morning, Katie Strachan spoke, and she's very funny. She's just very personable. Is so knowledgeable, and she has really great insights. She's an amazing museum quality stitcher, but she's just down to earth and funny. So she was so fun to listen to. And, she was kind of poking fun at herself because she had this pointer, and, it's not just a regular pointer. She has it covered in beads,
Of course.
So it's just beautiful embellishments. So, and she had this really interesting insight, I thought, because, I don't know, sometimes I feel like I think people in the past were somehow different than what we are now, and they were, people are people. And so she talked about how many of these embroideries would have been created in boarding schools. And so if you have a boarding school and you have like 17 girls in a boarding school, and there might be a little bit of competition going on there. And so one sees what one person is doing on their sampler, and it's like, well, I'm going to
add that.
Yeah, so I'm going to add this specialty stitch. And another one's like, well, I'm going to add this specialty stitch.
I can see
and so you end up with these really, elaborate samplers, just covered in these specialty stitches because there was maybe a little bit of one-upmanship going on, which I never thought of that, but I just thought that was
sense.
Yeah, and that's so fun just to think, well, yeah, they were kids just like we were.
I know.
Except they were
you're
very
going to wear those shoes? Well, I'm going to get these shoes.
very focused and very, very talented. So, anyway, so we got.
Well, let's see.
So this is some information based on the talk that she gave us. And then she also gave us, I guess maybe I have both books in here, Masterclass in Materials. And she went in depth on the different kinds of silk floss and, their uses and that sort of thing. And then she gave each of us 3 kinds of silk floss. And when she says it, then you can see the difference. See, oops.
Ooh, look at that
Like this
thread.
one is not twisted at all. And see how shiny it is when it's not twisted. So that was really interesting, that
Don't ever think of that.
she is one who, because of the, how elaborate and how involved her work is, she really has to consider that what kind of floss is going to have the best outcome on everything that she stitches. So that was a fabulous presentation. I really enjoyed that. And she is going to be speaking to the Tudor Rose Sampler Guild in April. So if you're interested, it's still not too late to join if you'd like to hear her talk, and that will be a Zoom lecture. And then second on Saturday morning was Rebecca Scott of Whitney Antiques. And, I have seen her presentations or her interviews with Tricia Newen. I have Thistle's Threads. I've never heard from her in person, so it was so interesting to hear her history of how she got involved with antique samplers. She comes from a family of antique dealers, and she at a young age specialized in samplers. And when she began, she was fortunate enough to meet Betty Ring. And if you haven't heard of Betty Ring, and I had not heard of her until, a few years ago, she became interested in, she's an American, she was based in Houston. She had been a docent at the Bayou Bend, which is a historic house in Houston. And she became interested in school samplers in the 1960s, schoolgirl samplers. And, you know, back then there was really no scholarship around these samplers, and it's not like we can do now where we can go on the website and access different databases and maybe find out a little bit about the history of these girls. She had to travel around the country and overseas to do the research on these girls, and she was the one who started to identify that there was probably specific teachers involved with different girls who were showing, you know, similarities or mentioned the schools they were in and made those ties. And she wrote 4 books over her lifetime. But she's just like the ultimate researcher, and, you know, we just owe her such a debt of gratitude for really appreciating and helping to preserve those samplers from, you know, so that we have them now and that we can, you know, now have the ability to learn more about the girls and, you know, just keep their memories alive. Mm-hmm. Her books are very desirable. You know, they're all out of print now, and they, every now and then they'll either come up at auction. Sometimes if you're in a guild, if you have a guild that might have a sale of books or of needlework, that sort of thing, you might be able to acquire them that way. And unfortunately, you know, she passed away in 2014, and her collection was auctioned off by Sotheby's, and Rebecca Scott had the auction catalog, and some people were doing research on the auction catalog, and it looks like the catalog itself is selling for about $2,600 now.
Oh my gosh.
So if you would ever be in a used bookshop and see that, that is definitely worthwhile to pick it up. So, and I did get the book. They have a new book that just came out.
Oh.
Choice and, this is like volume 2 of this Choice and Precious Work, the display that was at the Whitney Museum. Just be
lady.
Today. I'm sorry. Let's get down. Say bye. Say bye.
Bye-bye.
You might have to go visit Dad in the office. And Rebecca Scott was signing them in the lobby of the hotel. So
oh, cool.
She had little book plates, and then they gave us all bookmarks, a couple of different bookmarks. So
love it.
I know. I can't wait
your
to,
favorite. Oh,
I know. I can't wait to look through those.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Saturday afternoon, we heard from Jeanette Douglas, she's such a hoot. She's just so fun and animated. So she's a good one after you have your lunch in the afternoon. And she kept us all awake and entertained. So she had this antique needle, I don't know what you call it. Banding, yes. And it was something Vicki Jeanette came across it and sent it to her and said, like, I know you can do something with this, because Jeanette, it's full of all these specialty stitches. And so Jeanette spent 2 years trying to figure out what these
Give me your paper.
Take 2. Okay, and so Jeanette spent 2 years examining this banding, figuring out the specialty stitches, because, you know, the back is wild, and it took some time. And she put it all into this wonderful, wonderful book for us. And each page, I can't show you, but each page, well, she shows a diagram of how to outline. You know, you do the outline for each pair of stitches, and then she shows, because I think this is such a well thought out book, the diagram of, you know, in color of what all those specialty bands look like, all the little blocks look like. And then, let's see. Oh, I saw it.
Yeah.
In the show, she also made a sampler out of it. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
is a picture of the sampler. And then there's a diagram that shows the order of the blocks.
And that's just all specialty stitches. Or is there?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
I mean, they all, yes. But
Yeah,
the
I
way
guess
she has it diagrammed, they look doable. And then she went over some of the blocks with us because you have to kind of think about what order you're going to do these stitches in. So
she's got them color coded in there.
Mm-hmm. And some tips besides this, for how to do each block. It was a beautiful sampler. The banding is beautiful. It was just an amazing challenge. I just can't imagine how much attention to detail it would take to do it, but then also to figure out after the fact how it was done. And we got the floss. We received all the floss for this design, and then she also did a floss card
Oh my gosh.
And it's all MPI silks
Oh my gosh.
and the linen. So that is one. I know a couple of us were saying, maybe we could do a block a week or something. That seemed kind of doable. And if probably don't burst my little naivete bubble by saying you can't do it, but it was so pretty. It was so fortunate. So then Saturday night was the show and share, and since the group was large, if you've been there before, usually there's tables set out and everyone lays their show and share out, and people go through and look at it, and then Amy, Mrs. Flossie, is the MC of the event, and she would stand by each item, and whoever created it would come up and talk about the piece. Well, since we were such a large group, they just passed the microphone back and forth across the rows, and we just stood up and where we were sitting and talked about our piece. And by the time it was over, it was like 9:30, and I was just beat. So I went back to the hotel. So I did not get pictures, unfortunately, of the pieces. I did get to see a couple.
That's a lot in a couple days.
Yes. Yeah, I mean,
in just a couple days.
I was staying at the same hotel as Britta, who came over from England. And, God love her, she stayed over there till 10:30 so she could see them all. And she had to be jet-lagged. And she really was, I really admire her stamina for doing all that. So, anyway, there's, the craftsmanship and just the quality of the workmanship of everything that people show is amazing and so inspiring. Sunday, and then finally we had two presenters on Sunday morning. It was Nicola Parkman, and she talked about Norfolk samplers, and she gave us two patterns. And one of them was this Barbary Butcher. And she talked kind of a general talk about how samplers from different schools or locations had similarities, but they might have similarities, but they weren't the same. The girls made them all her own, and she encouraged us to do the same. And she had a photograph of a painting, and it's a painting of, like a house in the 1700s. And this girl is working on a sampler in the foreground, and in the background, there's a sampler hanging on the wall, and it has the same central motif as a castle, but hers is in a certain location. The one on the wall is different. And so there's just these little visual clues of how girls, probably learned at these different homeschools or
that frame too.
Homeschools or boarding schools, how to do samplers, but that they would rearrange things, add or subtract motifs to make it something that appeals to them.
I have a question. These beautiful little women, girls
on her picture.
Does she ever say where she?
I don't know. Probably.
I would like to know. I mean, they're such beautiful little girls.
Yeah. And then Nicola talked about why needlework fell out of favor, and as the 1800s progressed, other opportunities came available to women, whether, they found that women could, originally it was men who were using typewriters and they found women were better at it. Originally men were working switchboards and they found women were better at it. And I just read a book about that called Switchboard Soldiers last year, about how General Pershing wanted American women to come over and run the switchboards rather than the soldiers because they did a much better job.
What did we just watch? The women from 888. I can't remember everything, but they were the post office women.
Okay.
Oh God, that was such a good movie. But they had organized. I mean, all the men in the war, the men were, the morale was low because they weren't getting letters from their sweethearts and stuff. And so, anyway, the president had put this feat on these women that it just seemed almost impossible. And to this very day, it's a great story. I wish I could remember the name of it. I'm sorry, but it's something about the women of 888 or.
I think I've seen that on Prime or Netflix.
Watch it. It's fantastic.
Okay, well that's good to know. But so when these opportunities came available, of course the women wanted to take them, and so they got training in, they call it keyboarding now, but it was typing. Back then it would have been typing, probably shorthand, probably, how to be an operator, a phone operator.
Well, they were getting paid for it too, probably.
Yeah, and maybe career advancement, that sort of thing. So that's why, if you ever want, I had not really thought about it, but that's kind of why needlework fell out of fashion. One of the reasons why it fell out of fashion. And then she also talked about how, sometimes we look at the sayings on these samplers and we think, wow, that's morbid for little girls to be stitching.
Deep.
And her point was that, death wasn't unknown to these little girls, that they saw, friends or family members, they lost friends or family members, and they saw it in person and up close, at an early age. And so maybe these things they were stitching was actually a comfort to them. So that's a good way to look at it, I think. And then she did a quiz. I am so bad at those quizzes because it's always about what stitch is this, or what pattern is this, or what country is this sampler from? And I pay attention, but I'm still really bad at that. So maybe one of these days I will be better at that. And then we also got this design, Susanna De Carlo. Susanna De Carlo, I know, and that's sweet.
Oh.
So that was good. Oh, and then finally,
red stitch.
We heard from Kathleen Littleton of Cross Stitch Antiques. She also talked about Norfolk samplers. And when you go to Sampler Symposium, you get a gift certificate to kit up one project, and I had kitted up the project she showed, Adelaide Underwood. And
let's get involved
the
in these.
floss is all together, and you pick whatever linen you want. So they had a couple of options for this, and I picked the needlepoint silks. And I thought it would look good on, they had the antique at the Attic. Jean Lee was working on this on, I think it was vintage buttercream. I picked Dolly Madison from Needle and Flax, and this is 46 count, I believe. Or is it 40? I guess maybe this is 40. I know I have one that's 46. But this is kind of, to me, Dolly Madison was closer to what the antique was stitched on. And that's the needlepoint
silks on that. So when are you going to start that one?
Yes. I'd love to get that started.
Oh, I know it. The colors are just fantastic.
So she makes it kind of easy on you. She does a whole booklet, because everything else I was keeping notes on. And so Kathleen has a booklet, and she reads through the booklet. And so she talked about the different influences for Norfolk samplers, like modern, like Mideastern rugs. You could see like that lozenge shape was kind of a common thing.
Something like
that. Fun. And she referenced, and Swedish textiles also used like that lozenge kind of shape, and those might have also been an influence for the Norfolk samplers. And anyway, so then she had two. She actually had Jane Edgar. Well, this is a Welsh sample. Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry. I thought it said Welsh. A near Norfolk sampler. So I know a lot of people kitted that one up because it was a little smaller and a little easier to, a little faster to finish maybe. But I go big. Go big or go home.
So this is a different one in the back?
Yes.
Okay.
And they had both, I think they had both antiques there, and I know they had both of the models there.
Little umbrellas or butterflies?
Butterflies, like flying insects, are something that's really common for Norfolk samplers. That the connected octagons is something that's common to Norfolk. I mean, that's kind of what I
alphabet at the very top.
Think about.
Oh my gosh.
The facing deer and lions, that's common to Norfolk samplers. And then a stepped cartouche, which is, well, a stepped cartouche. That, you can see the shape on that cartouche on the bottom is a little unusual. So, but the colors, I just love the colors in that. I love the butterflies. I don't think I've stitched a Norfolk sampler, so I would love to do that. I would love to start on the top on that one. Just because I think that's all the fun stuff.
Yes.
So, yeah. So it was wonderful. And then the Attic also had a raffle to raise funds for fire victims. And so all of the designers donated, Vicki Jeanette and Nicola donated antique samplers. Some had, Katie Strachan had a kit and a finish that she donated. There's just a variety of things that people donated, and the raffle raised over $6,000 for fire victims. So,
now Teresa Kogut also has on her Etsy, she has a pattern that she's actually raising for a her grandson who was diagnosed with cancer. So please check that out too.
Okay, yeah, I saw that. And I will put some photos at the end. If I can, I'll insert photos that I took of the models here, but then I'll put some at the end of just people I got to meet. Then I just wanted to, it was connected with several viewers, so I appreciate anyone who came up and mentioned that they watched Linnie and me. It's always fun to put a face with a name. And I just wish I didn't take photos until the last day, and I wish I would have started the first day because there just wasn't enough time to get around and take photos of everyone at the last day. So I just wanted to go through a few things that were given to us. I got this we got this wonderful notebook that I put to use right away, so keeping notes from the event, and this was from Karen Bemis, so really appreciate your thoughtfulness giving. She gave this to us because she was online and she was ordering a notebook the day we were saying we needed to keep one by our chairs to keep notes on.
Thank you,
Flosstubes.
Because now I do. I mean, I needed to take my own advice. So, and I like this because it's smaller. I have a little stitching table.
But it's not, the lines aren't too close together, so you can
Thank you for
read it.
thinking of me.
And then this brown bag was created by Lynn Curtin. And that's beautiful.
Usable.
I know. That's just a perfect size for so many different things.
Other bag.
Yes, or even like your cords, something like that to keep them organized, and it's easy to spot and has a little handle. So thank you. I love those colors. That's beautiful. Floss and candy, and somehow my candy disappeared. And that was from Veronica in New York. And she also gave us
needles?
Gold-plated needles. I've never used gold-plated needles before.
You can't have any of my candy, that's fine. Oh, gosh, those look great.
And this really pretty floss. And there is because my computer is having trouble, I wasn't able to print it out.
Close the windows.
Yes, there was a free design from Joe Florence. And she used a beautiful blue floss. I thought that would be pretty for it. I was thinking about doing it in red, but I might go ahead and do it in blue. So check out her, it's on her Instagram page, and then you email her and she'll send you a PDF of it. Oh, and thank you. Beatrice mentioned that there is a private Facebook group for those of us attending the Useful Work workshop at Hobby House in August. And so thank you. I emailed and I'm now part of that group so I can see the extra little projects, fun projects that Nicola has sent, and I will definitely be checking that. I see they also have lodging info, so it's good to get on that. Thank you. Sweet, look at that sweet bird case. Isn't that adorable? And then there's also a little zipper pull in here. And this was from Odette. Beautifully stitched. It just touches my heart that she made that.
Oh, that's
so
really
thank you,
sweet.
Odette. Really appreciate that. Lori Zarnecki sent scissors for us. And I actually swapped my scissors, I think, with someone else because
I think
I had got pink ones. They wanted the pink, and I took the opal ones. So I don't have any like that. So thank you. They're really, I don't know what kind they are, but they really look nice and sharp. And they have a nice case.
I love red.
Oh, and then Jersey Girl Stitch
Yes,
Co.
I saw those. Thank you.
Oh, she has 3 different designs out right now, and I have the one that has
The
like
most beautiful beads.
a lily on it. And so if you're not familiar with her, it's jerseyGirlStitchCo.com. She does seasonal, seasonal pins. Sometimes she does pins to go with projects that come out. So especially after the upcoming needlework market, there might be new pins to go with some of the pin cushions that designers make.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Teresa.
girls.
Good to see you again. Ort Container. I had never met Gem from Stitching Gem before. She did this adorable Ort container that goes flat and then snaps together for, when you're at retreat. And believe me, or I'm stitching at my kid's house, so I'm not leaving floss around for the cat to eat or whatever. And then she had a little goodie bag with, I need more of these little brushes that you do to clean up your...
Isn't that the truth?
After you frog, because unfortunately I do
The
frog
lint.
in really pretty floss.
That is very pretty.
So thanks, Jem. And Jem is a make it happen kind of girl. When I went to the attic, she doesn't work there. She's sitting over at the table and she's putting together floss packs and just because they were so busy waiting on all the customers and helping customers, cut linen or find things. So she just jumped in and was putting all the floss together.
girl.
So thank you for making our shopping experience go smoother by putting those all together. Susan Stanley gave me a piece of the Soie Perlée that she's been talking about on her Flosstube, and she has, sorry for the crinkling, she has a collection of this, and she made like a little Christmas tree shape out of these. That's my kind of Christmas decorating. So thank you, and now we know more about that after Katie Strachan's talk. So as you can see, if you're going to a retreat and you're trying to figure out what to give, there's just a variety of things that you can do that people will appreciate. I also wanted to mention Susan will be talking to Tudor Rose Sampler Guild in October this year and also next year, so we're looking forward to hearing from her. I'm not sure who this is from. This was a Minnie McBean pin, and it's...
Oh my gosh.
I know, it was left
so pretty.
I'm sorry, I don't think I was at the table when you left it, and I would love to thank you for leaving that, because that is just a gorgeous counting pin. And there was no card with this. So thank you for that. It's got a bunch of really fun floss cards.
Dale?
Oh, where's that one? Sorry, thanks for mentioning that. Scissors, yes, these look like beautiful counting pins and a scissor fob.
Is that a pretty one?
From Dale Askey.
So thank you, Dale, for
including
me.
A little floss toy bag. Oh, thank you. And then Jean Lee was able to attend. She dropped by a couple of times, and so we were so glad that she was able to stop by because, just, the fact that she has, put these on for, I guess this was the 20th year. I'm so sad I didn't go to some of the earlier ones because all the knowledge I could have aced Nicholas' quiz by now if I'd gone to some of those other ones. But we just really appreciate all the work that Jean Lee and Carolyn and all the ladies at the Attic do to get ready for this and to host us. Everyone is always very kind and very patient. We really appreciate that. But Jean Lee knows how much we love our cases, and so she had special cases made to commemorate
for all of you guys.
Sampler Symposium. And then inside is another one, a littler one that, just perfect for.
Oh gosh, how perfect.
I know.
And you can finish it any way you want to.
Yes, putting together, be perfect for holding little threads or something. So that was absolutely wonderful. And then on top of that, she also gave us a goodie bag. Oh, right here. A goodie bag with clips and needle minder, another little, floss brush, cards. So I haven't even opened it yet, but just a lot of wonderful,
what a
thoughtful
special
things.
treat. Wow.
So I know it was so fun. Let's see. All right, I'm down to haul. So
I don't, except for my box. That's all. Oh, I got I showed her a bag and a box.
okay. Well, so you could order ahead things that you knew you wanted to pick up, and hoping that would make me spend less time there, not get into so much trouble.
I don't know, 5 hours.
I know. There's a lot to see. And then you take a number when you go in, so you do have to wait till your number is called to pay. But I just got floss for Hannah Campbell. I got the 103s. And then I also got floss for, who is this? Sophia Doggett. It's a Hands Across the Sea sampler that is it's a Quaker and just has 2 colors. So I've been wanting to do that for a while. I actually thought it was green and red. This is kind of a green and a burgundy. It's very burgundy.
I think it looks.
It looks red on the sampler, so on the picture, but those can be deceiving. Let's see. And then I got some linen. And most of this I had ordered in advance. I got 40 count Tabby Cat Muddy Duck. I'll put these so you can see the comparison.
Did you have a pattern that you were ordering those for? Or you just
No, I just thought
one?
they were kind of good colors to have in your stash. That's very kind of gold. That's Muddy Duck. And then I got Cedar River Overcast, and
like
this is 40 count. So you can kind of see the contrast between that. To me, this looks very antique samplerish. Sampler, is that a word? Mm-hmm. And then
sounds good to me.
I got 40, when I was there, picked up 46 count Tabby Cut, just the ticket, because I know that's also just a really good
color
to
too.
have for samplers.
Yeah.
Then I had a couple more things. Our friend Jenny, the calculated stitcher, Jennifer, was doing a D-stash. She always has the best
She has the
things.
best D-stash.
So I got Baltimore. What is this? Winter in Baltimore. I have seen this completed before, and it is so pretty. And then I did not have Summer Moon, so I got Summer Moon because I am enjoying doing Winter Moon. Let's pick that up. Just a couple more things. When I was at Farm Girl Gatherings last May, Katrina Devine has floss cards from a sampler she stitched called Sarah's House. That's out of print and very, very hard to find. So I saw this on eBay for not a ridiculous price, and so I picked that up. And our friend Denise and Stitch Group had stitched the model of this for
My daughter's name's Sarah.
oh, is it? That's true. What is what was it called? The Needlework Shop up in Liberty at Corbin, Old Mill Stitchery.
Mill.
And she said that the people really had problems with the border. This is the antique. Let's see. That's the antique, though.
Yeah, those blackbird borders,
They can be stinkers.
they do. Oh,
Here
look
it
at the
is.
color. I love those colors. Count
Yeah. So
twice.
have you done this?
Did you have trouble with the borders?
What are the pitfalls on the border? But I love that. So I was really happy to get that. And then I was gonna be good.
You are good. You're very, very good.
Yeah. And then I just couldn't resist. Katarine's Garden, a Dutch sampler. What?
A Dutch sampler.
This was a exclusive on Hobby House, and I ordered it, and the next day Laura got it and posted it on Instagram, and I thought, I am so glad I ordered it
let me
yesterday because I'm
see.
sure there was a rush.
Oh my gosh, the colors.
I know. And flosses. Here's the flosses. So there's a lot more flosses than I imagined on it.
That's a lot
And
of
then
color.
the linen is salt ash by Cedar 46 salt ash by Cedar River linen. And my dad's nickname for my mom's name was Catherine. My dad's nickname for her was Katarina. He'd call her Katarina. So
You have to have it.
I know. And then finally, I am on Hello from Liz Matthews Patreon, and this was the freebie for this month. I think that's gorgeous. I mean, I could see that stitched in red, as a Valentine. It's 182 by 141. Pretty.
Very pretty.
Look at those birds.
Oh, with the birds in there and the hearts, the flowers.
So I'm gonna be good now. I'm not looking.
I was just forget that you need that color silk.
Oh, it's pretty, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I don't know.
Yeah,
what I'm
you
gonna
should.
do. I need to not have a
if
book.
she sees her shadow, she's finally come out from stitching.
I like that. Yes. Yeah. You know what? I might have to go back to working at a bakery. I used to work at a bakery. You know why?
Why?
I needed the dough.
I should have known that.
That was from my cousin. Thanks, Judy.
Oh, thanks, Judy.
I got Linnie.
That was a good one. Oh, well, I guess we wrapped it up.
Oh, we have winners.
Oh, yes, we do.
So we had a giveaway last time. And we hope if you hung out with us this long and if you like the content, we hope to see you again. Mm-hmm. And we usually film about every 2 weeks. And we hope you like and subscribe. We're really close to a milestone with our subscribers, and we appreciate the kindness of those of you saying, get them up, get their numbers up.
Thanks for the support.
We just appreciate you all so much. It's
you
fun to
really
meet you in person. It's so fun to read your comments, and
I can't wait for my next retreat, so I get to share in all the fun. And I love visiting with you.
yeah, feel free. If you have any questions, feel free to contact
Yeah,
us
if you
by
like
email, message us through Instagram.
We haven't really talked about ourselves too much as far as, a little bit about ourselves. And we've had a lot of new subscribers. So if you have any questions about her antiques, then take that however you want to. Because I'm the normal one. But really, just give us a holler. We'd love to chat with you. So thank you so much for taking the time to spend with us and write us a note. We love it.
And I know there's going to be a lot of recaps of the attic out there. I do it partly because at some point I won't be going to retreats, or I just want to look back on it and remember. It's fun for me to remember. I know when I look at other people's videos, I relive it through their eyes, and you just get different things out of it. And
do yours.
I just appreciate your indulgence as I go through and try to explain just a little bit about what I've
so
learned
much fun,
and
you
what
guys.
was new for me. So
It's just such a wonderful feeling to
To know you're alive, it's such a happy feeling. Sorry, we just watched the Mr. Rogers video.
That guy's at her antiques.
Oh, winners.
Oh, yes, winners. I forgot.
Midnight Watch. I'm giving away that pattern, and I had drawn it before and didn't hear from the winner before. The winner this time is Sandy Walker 4496. And if you are the winner, please email SABLE Stitcher singular 22@gmail.com and send me your address, and we'll get this out to you.
And for my giveaway that I had was my snow kit. There you go. So snow kit. It's got the floss, the fabric, and little beads. So I've never sewn on beads before, but they have little beads for the snow coming down, like in the snow globe. It wasn't hard at all. So I'm not sure if I did it right, but it wasn't hard. So the winner, the word was snow, and the winner is Olga Brummett, 8947. So congratulations, Olga. Send Roberta your address, and we'll get it right up to you.
Okay. Well, plans. The one plan I was going to mention is the other number that had been called as part of WIPCO was for Lucy Barber.
When do the new numbers come out?
Tomorrow.
Oh, good.
I think it's 25th of the month is what it looks like.
Okay. How are you marking yours off on WIPCO? Do you just...
It's buried here now somewhere.
I just wrote like January.
Maybe it's here. Yeah,
So
I just wrote the month
January.
too.
I think that's what I did.
Okay.
I don't see it here. Oh, I rewrote this. I didn't write it.
This is the pattern. This was a traditional stitches exclusive for 2024, and someone had this finished at the attic. And
I left one open. I left number 5 open. Okay.
well, it could be anything then.
Yeah.
And I have mostly samplers on mine, and then I had 3 I have mostly samplers on my WIPCO board, and then I also had, and I just stitched 2 extra days on a Christmas project because I do Santa Sundays. 24 is 2 extra days on a fall project because I do Fall Fridays. 2 extra days on Sampler of Choice because I do Sampler Saturday. That's my WIPCO.
I have 11 Christmas on mine. And then on my 13, which is the free space, I actually isn't that the free space? Anyway, I put Halloween. So I just have an extra.
I don't know. I put one on there. I don't know.
Okay, I put just broad Halloween. So I'm excited. I mean, I do have a Dutch stitch on here.
So this is all. I have a tiny start on Lucy Barber. And my goal for WIPCO is to work on something for 3 days. I know
But that's beautiful fabric. Boy, it's so soft.
I don't know what it is. I'll have to.
All right, Linnie.
I will. It is 46 count wood smoke
Oh, it's going to be pretty.
by Tabby Cat. So 274 by 317. If you follow the plan, you could get it done in a year. So pretty.
Right on that, Rose.
I know. I'm looking for 3 days on these. Anyway,
All right.
that's my definite plan. I have some other little things that are ruminating around.
I've got lots of plans. I'm going to stick with the WIPCO and really give that a good.
Is it fun? I don't know why we haven't done it before.
I don't know. I guess I thought maybe I wouldn't stick with it.
Well, I think I didn't know about it at the beginning of the year. I think I found out about it in the middle of the year, and you feel like, oh, I missed so much. So,
but I really think because of I have a lot of big Christmas projects, and I says if I could finish 2, I mean, 1, but if it made me work on it for 3 or 4 days, and if I wanted to work on it more, then I could. But some of these have been my whips for Rosa Sugars. I've had Rosa Sugars for 2 years, and if it's here, then
yeah,
I'll pull it out. So anyway, I hope it helps me. But if not, I'm going to have fun trying.
Yes. You never know unless you try.
That's right. Okay.
All right.
You guys getting sleepy yet? I got a bedtime story for you. Is there anything else that we wanted to... Again, our winners, please, send your information to Roberta, and we'll get those out to you. And we get a lot to keep us busy, I think. And hope it warms up. And go Chiefs. Okay.
Yes.
All right. While waiting at a gate for a flight to New York, a man noticed that a woman sitting next to him was sobbing. "Are you okay?" he asked. She wiped a tear from her eye. "It was exactly 1 year ago that I saw my son off to New York from this very gate," the woman said, and she had not seen or heard from him since. Those darn college kids. "I know this is a lot to ask, but if you are going to New York, would you look for him? And if you see him, tell him to call his mother." "That's an impossible request," he said to himself, but he told her that he would do what he could. "His name is John Dunn," she told him. His flight arrived in New York. He got a taxi to his hotel downtown. He could not believe what he saw. Directly across from his hotel, a building with a sign, Dunn and Bradstreet. After he checked into the hotel, he inquired at the building across the street. "Do you have a John here?" he asked the receptionist. "Down the hall and to the right," she said. He walked through the door and heard a flushing sound. A man came out of the last stall. "Are you done?" he called out. "Yes, I am," the man replied. "Call your mother." Night, night. So I'm glad you like our stories. Yeah. So, all right, everybody. Have a wonderful 2 weeks. We'll see you in a couple
Let
weeks.
us know what you're stitching on. Let us, whatever you want to, whatever things you like to share with us. We just always appreciate hearing from you and getting to know you. So
absolutely.
All right.
All
take
right.
care.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.